On the 25th of January 2018, Justice Okon Abang rejected an application for bail filed by the former National Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party, Mr. Olisa Metuh, on the ground that the medical report presented by Mr. Metuh was not cogent enough to warrant an adjournment. The judge also went further to order that should Mr. Metuh fail to appear in court at the next adjourned date, the court will revoke his bail and commit him to prison. At this proceedings, Mr. Metuh is in court, but in the most unusual way, on a stretcher. Lead counsel to Mr. Metuh, Mr. Onyeti Bazu, did not waste time in asking the court for an adjournment given the condition of his client. He informed the court that attempts to get Mr. Metuh's doctor to give a time frame for which his client will be released from hospital proved abortive. He, however, made a case for his client to be given a 1-month adjournment as he was hopeful that Mr. Metuh will be fit enough to continue with his trial within the period.
What we did essentially was to compel an obedience of that order, and that entailed Mr. Metuh, Chief Metuh himself, insisting on his discharge. And when the hospital authorities refused, he had to enter into an undertaking that he was being discharged at his own peril. We did all that in order to convince his lordship that nobody was playing any pranks, that he was genuinely ill.
This application was not opposed by the prosecutor.
As we also, the man really looks down. And as human beings and as mere mortals, I mean, seeing with my eyes what I saw, I couldn't have played God, because all of us are liable to falling ill as human beings. So that explains why we could not oppose the application.
In his ruling, Justice Okon Abang said he has seen the former PDP spokesman in a state in which he cannot continue with the trial. And on account of the condition, I have seen him in the courtroom, he said. The judge held that even though the court of law must be firm in its decisions, it must be fair to parties, and when occasions demand, the court needs to be humane. Metuh was subsequently carried out of the courtroom and placed in an ambulance which brought him to court. Amaka Okafo, Channels Television News.